Hello and welcome back to the Armor Men's Health Show. I'm Dr. Mystery, your host, here as always with my wonderful and talented co-host Donnelly.
Oh, I thought you were going to say blind because I had to put my readers on to look at the computer right in front of me.
It's okay. There has to be one small defect for this perfect image of a co-host.
That's right, y'all. It's me, Donnelly.
I would consider having a husband that gets you a car that works. Every time I come here, your car is a loaner. I love it.
I'm going to send this to the Mercedes guy because he thinks everything's fine. But yes, my car is in the shop all the time.
Yes, for those listeners out there, I would not buy a Mercedes-Benz from, what is it, B Caves of Mercedes?
No, it's Austin.
Austin Mercedes. I would have I would have negative things to say about them.
It just means I need a new car.
At least they give you good loaners.
That's true.
And if you want to see Donna Lee in person, if you cannot prescribe to OnlyFans now that you can't
I have a
watch,
great OnlyFans idea.
now that your Pornhub has been not allowed in Texas, how do people get a hold of seeing you in person, Donna?
That's right. You can call us or visit my website if that's what you mean.
Yes.
www. Do we still say that? Donna Lee
They
Comedy.
don't. It means that you're old.
Oldest stuff. DonnaLeeComedy.com.
DonnaLee comedy.com.
Yes, I have like 8 gigs in January.
She has a bunch of shows, and if you're listening on the podcast, you probably don't know what year. 2025, in fact, is what she's talking about.
Yes.
But I hear she's very funny. I can't listen to my own podcast. I cannot watch you on stage.
Why? You're gonna have to.
It hurts my heart.
I'm getting really good.
Okay.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be being booked as a headliner.
All right. Very good.
It's good. It's better than what you've seen before.
I believe it. But if people don't laugh at you, I'm going to get mad at them.
Yeah. You punch them in the dick. Oh. That's not a bad word.
We're trying to stay on YouTube, and now you're going to get us kicked off YouTube. Donna, we love our questions. We'll go through how to get a hold of us as a patient at the end of this little segment, but why don't you go through our question?
All right. I thought this was a very insightful and engaging question. Hi, Dr. Mystery and Donnelly. Awesome, funny, informative podcast! Exclamation mark.
Talking about me, of course.
That's right, of you only. I'm a 65-year-old male, 5'7", 145 pounds, sport active. He eats very healthy and no prescribed medications. He's doing really well. My problem is low semen volume. I realize this has a lot to do with my age, but it's actually been a problem since I was in my 20s. It's really low now, even with limited 2 times a week masturbation. He's a very zealous man. That's a lot of times a week. I have no problems with erections.
It is not a lot of time.
It sounds like
it's only because you don't have any sexual desire. That twice a week seems like a lot.
And I need to fix that since I work here and all. He has no problems with erections, though, he says. I read a lot about ashwagandha and fenugreek supplements that may help produce more semen volume and testosterone. After 3 weeks at my physical exam, my doctor told me to stop the supplements because fenugreek is for pregnancy, and ashwagandha can be very toxic to the liver. I stopped, even though I did notice a slight improvement in just those 3 weeks. Any advice on these supplements or how I can increase my semen volume?
That's a great question.
Right?
I think that there's a lot built into that question.
Yeah, he's masturbating too much.
He is not masturbating. There is no such thing as masturbating.
That's true.
The term doesn't even exist.
Well, you're right. Nobody said that.
So if you really have to take a step back, though, and understand where semen comes from, it really relates to our last segment. It comes from the prostate.
Okay.
So if you get your prostate removed or your prostate operated on, then there's going to be very little to no semen volume.
Gotcha.
Now, I'm going to assume some things about this listener, even though he did not mention them. I'm going to assume he has never had surgery on his prostate. I'm going to assume that he did not have a congenital anomaly, meaning one that he was born with, that required operation when he was young. Because there are things that can happen when you're a baby that you may not even know that have happened to you, that a doctor had to fix, that led to low ejaculate volume.
Okay.
Usually, if that happens, it makes you sterile.
Oh.
So if this 65-year-old had kids, then it's unlikely that he had a congenital anomaly that was repaired when he was a child. But I'm just going to go way back to like the original idea of what's going on.
Okay.
Second is, how does he know that he has low ejaculate volume?
Ask that.
And it's really just from pornography.
Oh.
I mean, unless he's a special kind of guy with the upside down pineapples who's understanding.
Oh.
Yes.
Sorry, I was like, what?
You think it's funny because you bought your husband a pineapple shirt once, and then you got a lot of attention at the pool.
I did not know what that meant. So if you're listening, you don't know. That's if you're in the lifestyle. That's
Let
the
them have
symbol.
let them have their naivete if they don't know.
They're Googling.
In the end,
Google.
unless you're in a situation in which you are regularly watching other men ejaculate, and you know, in the old days when you joined a fraternity, that they would do that.
Gross.
I don't even know what they're doing.
That's so gross.
As a man, I'm not even sure what I would do with a couple of friends if we decided to. Where would we do with it? Do we do it with the fire? Is it like an offering to the great gods of the fire? I sure hope they weren't mixing it and doing something. That's all I really hope.
That's disgusting. Okay.
So the point is that our own notion of what proper ejaculate volume is between person to person, we have to learn from television or from media. And I'll tell you, I am not 6'2" and a six-pack like Idris Elba or Thor, whatever. Yeah. Because if that was my image of natural beauty, then I would feel something, I would be wrong. Similarly, when it comes to ejaculate volume, I'm telling you, the ejaculate volume on many pornography things is manufactured. There's little devices that squirt it out. And it's not even nowadays. It's probably not even anything except for CGI.
Really?
Because the idea is you like the idea of being able to orgasm and like cover somebody's face. That's just unlikely to occur. You know what I'm saying?
Women who's with me.
We're not painting. Okay.
That's so gross.
It's not a liter of ejaculate volume.
Hey,
normal is 2 milliliters of ejaculate volume. That is about your thumb. The last digit of your thumb would probably be more than 2 milliliters.
That's funny because that's how I make rice. I stick my thumb in the water.
Now you're never going to think of it as normal.
That's how the Asian moms taught us how to make rice. It's digitful.
This is never going to make it on YouTube.
YouTube don't care.
Our Spotify contract is never coming. Hey, just like this guy.
What you say? Hey.
So,
twice a week.
If you are, however, trying to understand what ejaculate volume could be done to make it bigger, then we need to make more semen. We need to make more fluid from the prostate. Okay, how do you do that? Well, the prostate is a testosterone dependent organ, and generally, the higher your testosterone, the more fluid will be made, and then the more ejaculate volume you can have.
Okay.
Also, the prostate is a reproductive organ. So you need to do things that make your body think you're trying to have a baby.
Oh.
And that actually means to ejaculate more often and be more sexual and definitely have a lot more foreplay. The thing about masturbating is that you don't need to turn yourself on, if you know what I mean.
I like candles.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't get the music just right. Takes me forever. So.
There's very little tickle play when you're masturbating.
That's what you think.
And so I think a lot of men would notice that their ejaculate volume, when they're really turned on with pornography, when they're really turned on, through visual stimulation, are going to have a bigger ejaculate volume because their prostate is just going to be more turned on.
Oh.
So
that makes sense.
So something like fenugreek and what was the other one? Ashwagandha. Very, very commonly used, including the horny goat.
The horny goat.
Yeah, the horny goat. It's the horny goat weed. Those are supplements that our health coach Holly will talk to you about. Each of them, their purported reason to improve ejaculate volume is going to be because of increasing your testosterone. So, taking testosterone. In our practice, when a man has low ejaculate volume and he still wants to have children, we use HCG, human chorionic gonadotropin. That really does help with ejaculate volume. Then we have fenugreek and ashwagandha and horny goat weed. These things like that, which can be used. Anything that will improve your testosterone will generally improve your ejaculate volume.
Right.
But here's the real secret here.
Ooh.
I don't think that it's the ejaculate volume that's this caller's problem.
Oh.
I think that he's having hypoorgasmia. Because who cares how much is in the Kleenex? You just want to feel like you had a really good orgasm. right?
Right.
So for most men, when they don't visually see a big squirting, you know, ejaculate, it could be because they're having poor orgasms. And if he's
So
been
low
having them since
stimulation.
he's 20, no,
No.
he could be having physiologic low,
Oh.
in unsatisfying orgasms.
I see.
In our practice, we use a medicine called oxytocin, and we use a medicine called yohimbine,
That's a
which you can
supplement.
get as a supplement, but we get it prescription. And I would always recommend a prescription, completely, standardized, safe yohimbine prescription, 5.4 milligrams, 1 to 5 tablets titrated. We would love to see you and help you take care of that
Wait,
because,
quick question though. If it's a supplement that's prescribed, is it because the concentration is higher?
and that's right, and because ours is pure,
I see.
and it's just not the same when you get it off the shelf at GNC or wherever you're going to get it. So, as you can see, we are neither sponsored by GNC nor Mercedes on this show. So,
we are careful about
oh
this.
boy,
That was my job, isn't it?
so much for not us not getting any more sponsors. The point being is that you need to distinguish between what's really bothering you. Do you want to come harder, or do you want to come with a larger ejaculate volume? Either way, when you come see us, we're gonna help take care of it. Donna, how do people become our patient?
We use the word a lot there. You become our patient by calling us at 512-238-0762 and visit our website, armormenshealth.com. Perfect. That was fun. That was a fun one.